Hey everybody, I wanted to hop on because I had done a post about things that I like to keep on hand, and so there's a few things that I like to have on hand as a mom. When we're using oils, it's nice to have carrier oil, so just filling a roller bottle full of carrier oil in case you just need the carrier oil. You'll put an oil on, and I've had my kids rub things into their eyes. So having just your carrier oil. Carrier oil is going to be your fatty oil, something like coconut oil or almond oil or olive oil, something like that. Grapeseed oil, all of those work. We like to have a wellness roll-on. And so all we do is mix up some thieves, which is in your starter kit, frankincense, which is also in your starter kit, lemon, and oregano. I do like to add copaiba to it just because it amplifies those oils, but that's really nice, and it's super simple. You just do 5 drops of thieves, 3 drops of frank, 3 drops of lemon, and a drop of oregano. Oregano is not one that you get in your starter kit, but it is nice to have on hand because it's super supportive of the immune system. And you can do something similar for adults. You just make it a little bit stronger for the adults, but you don't need to. We just kind of make it up and use it on everybody. Another thing that I like to do with my wellness kit is I have lots of fun washi tapes, and this makes labeling them because I have had different labels. Sometimes they wipe off the washi tape. If you tape it up, it really does stick on there pretty good, so I like to have that. For as far as like a chest roll-on to have, I just like to have them ready and on hand. We have used the, I grabbed it, yeah, Breathe Again is nice. This is straight, already mixed up, ready to go in a roller bottle, but we like to mix up our own, and so for a chest roll-on, we like to use the Raven. So I'll do 3 drops of Raven. Lemon is really supportive of your respiratory system. I'll throw some purification in there, and now you can get it back in the big bottle again, so that's awesome. 4 drops of that, and then a couple of drops of thyme. And you want to put that together in a roll-on, and you can put it, if you're doing it on little ones, I like to just do lemon, thieves, or lemon, frankincense, and lavender. Because they're all super gentle oils, so you can put that on the feet and the spine, and it works really, really well. But you can do the same thing with those same oils. Like I said, once they're over 12 months and they can, they're a little bit more used to oils, you can do the Raven. Well, I probably wouldn't do it till after they're infants. But Raven, lemon, purification, and thyme is a really good chest support. For seasonal, just because 'tis the season for all the things, the seasonal roll-on, I like to do lemon, lavender, peppermint, and copaiba. And those, besides the copaiba, doesn't come in your kit anymore. But lavender is really, really good for any kind of seasonal issues. Peppermint is also helpful, and so is your lemon. So you just mix 5 drops of each of these. If you have copaiba, I always like to add that because, again, copaiba is the amplifying oil. So you can add a few drops of copaiba to that, and again, you can just apply it wherever they need it. Under the nose is really good, around the ears. And then if you're making like an ear support roll-on, there's a lot of different recipes out there, so there's lots of ways, and if you know which ones your kids need, I just like having them on hand and ready to go because you never know, and there's nothing like grabbing a whole handful of oils and trying to put them on in the middle of the night. It doesn't work very well. But if you have them labeled and you have one for ears, if they start tugging on their ears, a good combination for that is your lavender because it's really soothing and gentle. I like to put copaiba in there because it's really good kind of for like the inflammation. And then frankincense because it's good for everything. But it's really supportive of your overall health and wellness. And then tea tree, which is somewhere in here. Oh, look at, nope, I grabbed the wrong one. I was trying to grab all the oils before I started this. Tea tree is really good. Purification. This one helps like if they want to rub at it. And then oregano, because oregano it kills all the crap. So it's a good one to have in anything. So you put that on, you can put it on the bottoms of the feet for the younger kids, but if they, once they're over, 18 months, a year, you have it diluted too, so it's not like you're using it full strength, but you can go ahead and put that around the ears, and it works really, really good. If they start to get hot, so I don't have my cooling mist with me, but we like to just put peppermint in a spray bottle with a little bit of lavender, so it's good for after sun and it's good for keeping your body temperature down. But if you notice that they're still running hot, a good way to bring their body temperature down. Now, when you're using homeopathic remedies, you don't want to be using peppermint. So I've got two different ways. I'll use patchouli and copaiba. That works really good, and they're homeopathic safe. If you aren't using homeopathy, you don't have to worry about it. So peppermint and frankincense are really good. You put those in a roll-on. You roll it down the spine, on the bottoms of the feet, and then you can even do like the navel, and that helps to bring the body temperature down. It just depends if you're using remedies. Sometimes when we are running a little hot, we tend to use remedies, and so then we'll stick to the patchouli and the copaiba because they won't interfere, and put a little frank with it too. If you're dealing with digestive issues, Digize is always good. And you can add peppermint to it in a roll-on, or you can, if you have little people, like little people, I like to add a little orange with the Digize. It makes it more like the pre-diluted. We get some of the kids blend, the Kid Sense blends, and then we just slap a roller top right on top of it so you can apply it. These are already pre-diluted. They don't come with the roller top, but you can get the roller top. I have bought them on Amazon. Do not buy them on Amazon. The cool thing with the Young Livings is that they have this like little ridge around it, and that actually collects the oil, so none of it runs out and is wasted. When I got the ones off Amazon, the balls were falling out. I actually dumped a bunch of oil, and I don't like to waste things, so I highly recommend if you're going to get the ones that fit on the top of your pre-existing bottles, buy them through Young Living because they actually fit and they hold all your oils in, so you don't have to worry about losing a bunch of oils. So you can definitely use a tummy Digize. Works awesome, but if you don't have tummy Digize and orange are really good, but also Digize and peppermint. Digize already has a little bit of peppermint in it, but it works really, really good for those tummy issues, especially going to parties, grad parties, camping. Sometimes we're eating things that we don't typically eat, and so it's nice to have something to support our digestive system. We like to have an ouchie spray, which I totally forgot to grab. We use a spray bottle similar to this, and then we put frankincense, lavender, and tea tree in it. We put fractionated coconut oil because we know water intensifies oils, so we just put that and then we spray it. I like it because then the kids you don't have to touch it, and then they're not freaking out because you're touching their owie. So if you can find a way to get it clean without them losing it on you, then you can put, it's just a 2-ounce bottle like this, and then you put 7 drops of frankincense, 7 drops of lavender, and 7 drops of tea tree, and then top it up with the carrier oil, and then you spray it on whenever they have an owie, and it works really good. You can add a little bit of water to it just so that it's not as thick, but I just do the straight fractionated coconut oil. We have a couple of itch sticks, so we call this the Afterbite, and our Afterbite is kind of like our amplified itch stick. So we have itch sticks, which have your lavender, purification, and copaiba in it. Lavender soothes the skin. So if they got bit by something and they're itching, it's going to help soothe the skin so it's not as irritated. The purification helps it so it doesn't itch anymore, and the copaiba helps with the inflammation. When you have kids that really, really swell up, what I like to do is actually, and they like it because it's blue, we do copaiba, helichrysum, lavender, and German chamomile. The German chamomile is what turns it blue, but I like this one because I keep it in my purse all the time. Once again, another label has bit the dust. But I keep it in my purse because it has helichrysum, and as we know, helichrysum is a very healing oil. So when you put this on, it can help stop some of, like, if somebody's bleeding, it helps to make that stop quicker. German chamomile is really, really good for your skin. It's one of the top skin oils. And then lavender is obviously soothing, and copaiba like amplifies those oils, plus makes it work better. So you have that. If they're teething, there's a couple of different options. For us, we have used copaiba straight on the gums. It's virtually tasteless, but if you want it to taste a little bit better, you can grab your orange oil, and orange oil tastes good, and you can put the orange oil right on their gums as well. Another good one to use is lavender, and so you can always apply them right to the jawline. You can go ahead and make a roll-on with them. And you could do like 5 drops of the Copaiba, 5 drops of the orange, and 5 drops of the lavender. Mix that up and then rub it on the gum line. It's also nice because you can actually take that roll-on and then roll it on your finger and rub it on their mouth. So that works as well. And then, like I said, we like to have on hand our tummy dries just because it's already ready to go. We like to have our sleepies, our snifflies, I should say. And we like to have our owie, which I didn't grab. But those are all really good ones. They're pre-diluted. They're ready to go. So we like to keep them on hand as well. If you are like missing your Vicks Vapor Rub type thing, I like to just take the Raven, put it in some coconut oil, and stick it in a jar. And I have that in my kit ready to go as well. I like to keep Epsom salt in it. So typically this is what our first aid kit looks like when we're on the go. And so I like to have our Lavaderm. This is free, but this is really good for cooling. It's really good for after sun. It's really good for owies. We like to keep it in there. I also, sorry, I've got bottles everywhere. So we have in here hydrogen peroxide. This is really good for cleaning the wounds. You can use it as a mouthwash on the go. We also have, can't read the labels inside here. We keep witch hazel because witch hazel is a great emulsifier. So if we're mixing things up and we want to make sure our oils stay distended in the water, then we can add a little witch hazel. It's also really good for any kind of cuts, scrapes, bug bites, things like that. It's healing to them. We always keep aloe on hand because you never know when you're going to need that. We keep everything cream, which is something I make. We keep it in there because this is kind of like our quick go-to first aid cream. We love our Thieves hand spray, so this is going to sanitize your hands before you touch something, after you touch something, and we've even used it on the kids' ears with ear piercings and things like that. It helps it heal quickly. We always keep our fractionated coconut oil if we need to dilute something. We also have apple cider vinegar, Band-Aids and things like that in there. We keep in here some different odd things. We have baking soda because you can make a nice paste. If you do get a bug bite or something, you make a paste with this and put it on the wound. We keep a little, cotton swabs or these little pads. We like to have activated charcoal. This comes in capsule form. You can get it on Amazon. But if somebody gets into something, it's a good way to get the toxins out, or if somebody's just not feeling well, it's one of our first things we go to is activated charcoal. And you can put that in things like applesauce, or and it doesn't really have a taste. So we call it pirate applesauce, and we have Epsom salt, which I don't know where they went, but usually we have Epsom salt in there as well because it's a good thing to have on hand. So those are a few things that we keep in the first aid kit. Obviously, with it being summer, we do the bug spray. With this, I do the Young Living bug spray half, or insect repellent, and then I do half witch hazel, and I add about 20 drops of citronella to it just to boost it. So I just thought I would share because I had a few people asking when I posted about the wellness chest and things that we keep on hand. Those are kind of some of the basics that we have daily. Just something to support your immune system, different areas of discomfort, especially when you have kids coming in and out that you're gonna want to have on hand. So if you have any questions, feel free to post the question below and I will get it answered. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday weekend and a great Friday. Take care.